My name is Tim Hansberger, and we're at our farm just north of Worthington, Minnesota.
And I'm Susan Hansberger.
We farm about 1,200 acres with my dad, and Susan's dad helps out too with the labor. And we have a corn and soybean rotation, and we also use cover crops, and we're 100% no-till.
No-till.
And we had gotten this combine. We realized that the factory tires that were on it, we were leaving tracks out in the field. And that was one way we were doing some reading and learning about the IF and VF tires, and had an opportunity to try out some IF tires on the combine, and we were able to put on tires that are a little bit wider, but then with the IF and the low tire pressure, we got a lot longer footprint. And we were seeing similar weight distribution to the neighbors that have tracks on their combine. And this was, for us, it was just a lot better way to go to switch out the tires and manage things that way. So these are Alliance. They're an Agriflex 372, and we had 520/42s on R1Ws, and now we have an IF 580/42, and we were able to put those on the same rim. So we gained width, and then because the IF, we went from running, I think we were like 25 PSI, and these we run at 12, and that got us the longer footprint, and they've just been working great. We've used them for 4 years, and there's just hardly any damage or wear on these at all. We've been super impressed with the tires and how they've acted, and the job that they've done for us.
Yes.
Why do you feel tires are better than a tractor combine for you?
I would say for the compaction.
Compared to having tracks on the combine, I think we're probably fairly similar in the amount of compaction that we're causing, and no scientific data, just observations where we combine with a neighbor that has tracks on the combine and leaving similar tracks, a similar amount of ruts, or you can see where you drove, and that all looks very similar. And for us, the advantage was, I think it was about 20% of the cost of tracks to put the tires on. And so it just seemed, rather than jumping all the way to tracks, it seemed like a great step to take to increase the footprint and minimize compaction without having to invest so much. And then certainly talking with the neighbors that have tracks, the road time and the road conditions, every fall they have their tracks on, they're complaining about traveling to the fields.
With the newer technologies, you can get just as good of a ride, or even a better ride than you can with a track, or it's just as smooth and just as the flotation is just as good in the field.
Well, I would say that the changes that we made on tires on the combine have been able to certainly reduce the amount of compaction that we're causing at harvest time, and that's been a benefit for then planting corn, is then we can have more consistent emergence and have a more even